A whole radio series about this. So say that again. You do what?
When I'm on my own, I think Dutch. I don't think English.
You're always thinking Dutch?
I think in Dutch.
Have you always done that?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I get up in the morning and it is raining, I say, oh, het gaat alweer regenen. Dus I speak to myself. Oh, het gaat alweer regenen. You see, that's me.
Yeah, but you're speaking Dutch there, not so. I was thinking you'd think it in Dutch, but say it in English.
Yeah, I say it in Dutch as well. If it's raining, I always say that. Oh, het gaat regenen weer vandaag.
So when you're talking to me now,
yeah,
are you thinking Dutch and then speaking English? What are you doing now?
Yeah, I speak in English, but I think in Dutch.
Well, go on then. What are you thinking now in Dutch?
I'm just thinking of what I've said.
Oh, right.
Het regent weer. Wat een rot weer is vandaag. Wat het, hoe noem het nou? Wat een verschrikkelijk weer vandaag. Vandaag. It's today. Vandaag.
What about yesterday?
Het was gisteren. Yesterday, gisteren.
History?
Dat was gisteren.
What does that mean?
Gisteren het regent. Gisteren. We speak a lot with the ge.
You certainly do. What's your favourite word with ge in it?
Huh?
What's your favourite word?
My favorite word. Gelukkig. Gelukkig. What is it?
I don't know.
Lucky. Gelukkig.
Well, I'm certainly not that.
Oh no, Dutch. Never forget it. Holland goes before England for me.
Does it really?
Yeah.
That's why you've lived here all your life.
Yeah, although I've lived here all my life, that something is there and it never goes. Never, never, never.
What was it like when Ron was here with his son? When you were speaking Dutch?
It was nice, to be able to speak Dutch to him, It was nice. I've thought about him since, But I told him, he says, I said to him, I can't grumble about my life, I said to him. I've had a good life, And I've had good kids. Every one of them has worked and they've been good children, I said. And I've had a pretty good life here. But my heart is always in Holland. My heart.
When was the last time you went back there?
I went back, I'll tell you when I went back. It's a long time ago. It must be at least 25 years ago, easy, But my heart is always there.
Do you remember why you went back?
Pardon?
Do you remember why you went back?
I went back to see my father and mother and family.
They weren't alive 25 years ago.
No, well, it must have been longer. It must have been longer. Mind you, they all went one after another, so I never went. I went to my mother's funeral, to my dad's funeral, and I remember we went over the bridge, and Jan was sat next to me in the car, and he held my hand, going over the bridge, over the River Maas, where she was being buried, I've seen my mother in the coffin. My mother was in the coffin, she must have had cancer because they put glass over the top of her. You could see her, like. Yeah, I went over for my mum's birth when she died.
Sad times.
She was a good mother, eh? Very good mother. In fact, very good. She was.
In what way?
In many ways, She was good to us. And she always made sure we was beautifully dressed and clean. Very clean she was as clean as very, very clean she was. And when we used to go out on a Sunday morning, she used to stand at the front door and she used to be in a glory if she saw us all dressed nice, you know.
Proud lady.
She was. My father was a cut man, but he was very strict. Ooh, yeah, he was strict. You could see if it was a little button hanging from you, get that button put on properly on, I think. Sew it on proper. You know, it was terrible, he was. Very strict.
Did you ever tell him that you love them?
Oh, yeah. I used to go and sit on my dad's knee.
And what did you say to him?
I used to say, I love you, Dad. I used to sit on his knee, me. Come and sit on his knee. He used to always call me Mickey. Where is my Mickey?
Annie used to call you Mickey. Auntie
Mickey,
Annie.
my dad.
Auntie Annie used to call you Mickey.
Oh?
Auntie Annie.
Yeah. Well, my father did. He used to call me Mickey. Our Job called me Kimpo. Don't know why, I don't know. My mother called me Martico. Martico. I had all names. Because I was the youngest, you see, I think that's what it was.
Bit like me.
Now you are like me.
Well.
You are like me in looks as well. Did you know that?
No.
Well, I'm telling you. I can tell myself by looking at you.
Good.
You look like me. You've got my hair, everything. You sit like me and have big hands and feet. John is like his father, our John. And Ken is like his father. But our Yvonne was a bit like us. You know. Our Yvonne was a lovely looking girl. I thought about it the other day.
Yeah?
It was a sin. When I sit on my own, I think of it.
It was her own doings, though, Mum.
Pardon?
It was her own fault.
It was her own doings.
Yeah.
I don't think she realised that what she was doing, to be truthful. I think if she didn't know, because she was a frightened person, and I think if she knew, I don't think she'd have ever done it. Mind you, I blame him, that Robert. He set her off drinking. He lives in Spain now, you know. He got all his money.
Good.